Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Marine Life. Today we're diving into one of the rarest creatures on our planet, a tiny porpoise with a big fight on its fins. That's right, we're diving into the mysterious world of all things vaquita. At fewer than 10 individuals left in the wild, the vaquita is officially the most endangered marine mammal out there. Think of this as your in-depth guide to their history, their plight, and how we can all help save them. Let's jump right in. First off, what exactly is a vaquita? Well, the name vaquita actually comes from Spanish, meaning little cow. These pint-sized porpoises, only about 4 to 5 feet long, were discovered in the 1950s. Scientists were late to the party in identifying this elusive species, partly because they are extremely shy and avoid areas with a lot of human activity. They have a dark gray back, a lighter underside, and a distinctive black marking around their eyes and lips. This look sometimes earns them the nickname, the panda of the sea. Despite their cute appearance, vaquitas are extremely elusive. They travel in small groups, often just in pairs, and will steer clear of boats with active engines. Vaquitas have the smallest geographical range of any marine mammal in the world. They live only in the northern Gulf of California, sticking to waters less than 50 meters in depth. Why such shallow waters? Well, that region is home to a variety of smaller fish, crustaceans, and cephalopods, which make up the vaquita's main diet. They also heavily rely on their echolocation to hunt. In fact, scientists can track them by these continuous clicks, which are much like the sonar signals that dolphins use to find their prey. Vaquitas aren't big fans of showmanship. While dolphins might jump out of the water to say hello, vaquitas are quite shy. They prefer to surface discreetly, grab a quick breath, and then dive right back down. If you blink, you might miss them entirely. So how did we end up with fewer than 10 vaquitas in the wild? A major culprit is bycatch, when an animal gets accidentally caught in fishing gear meant for another species. In the Gulf of California, gill nets are commonly used for fish and shrimp. These nets are silent underwater traps. Vaquitas, about the same size as the target fish called totoaba, easily get tangled in them. Totoaba are a large fish also found in the Gulf of California, and their swim bladders fetch a high price in certain illegal markets, especially in China, where they're used in medicinal soups. Because totoaba fishing is so profitable, it continues despite bans, and vaquitas end up as collateral damage. Imagine if you tried to grab a snack from the fridge and a giant net suddenly scooped you up. Not exactly the dinner date you were hoping for, right? Conservationists have been in overdrive trying to save these poor little porpoises. In 2017, there was a bold plan dubbed Vaquita CPR, aiming to capture the remaining vaquitas and place them in protected sea pens to safeguard them from nets. Unfortunately, the first vaquita captured didn't survive the stress, forcing an immediate halt to the operation. This incident highlighted how sensitive vaquitas are to handling in captivity. New protective measures have since been introduced, stricter bans on gill nets and increased enforcement in the upper Gulf. However, illegal fishing remains lucrative, making it extremely difficult to stamp out. For a species discovered in the 1950s, we've learned an impressive amount about their genetics and echolocation, but ironically, we still don't have a single vaquita thriving in captivity, unlike other species where captive breeding programs can help bounce back the vaquita. Let's talk biology. Vaquitas reach sexual maturity at around 3 to 6 years old. The females are slightly longer than males, but males have bigger fins, a quirky twist in the marine mammal world. Pregnancy lasts about 10 to 11 months, typically resulting in one calf every year or two. Calves are born mainly between February and April, which means there's a pretty short window for a new generation to arrive. Vaquitas live up to about 20 years, which might sound decent, but with so few left, every new calf is absolutely crucial for the species' survival. You might be wondering, why should I care about a porpoise I've never seen? Well, every creature in the ocean is part of a complex food web. Vaquitas are top-level predators in their habitat, helping keep populations of smaller fish and invertebrates in balance. Losing them could disrupt the ecosystem in ways we can't fully predict. Plus, their story is a cautionary tale for what can happen when illegal fishing, wildlife trafficking, and a lack of enforcement collide. On top of that, the local communities around the Gulf of California rely heavily on fishing for their livelihood. If the vaquita goes extinct, it's not just a loss for marine biodiversity, but also a loss of potential ecotourism and a global heartbreak for conservationists. As of the most recent estimates, fewer than 10 vaquitas remain in the wild. Some sources put the number even closer to 8. That's a chilling statistic, but it's important not to lose hope. Conservation experts argue that as long as a few viable breeding pairs exist, there's still a chance to pull them back from the brink, if the threats they face are removed quickly enough. The big question, what can we do? A single YouTube viewer in another country might feel powerless, but there's tangible steps that you can take. Support conservation groups, organizations like the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society, World Wildlife Fund, and others are on the front lines. Consider donating or volunteering if you can. I'll put the link down below. Spread the word. Share this video. Educate your friends and family. Public awareness matters. Share this video with your friends and family and tell them about the vaquita. Be a responsible consumer. Avoid buying any products, especially seafood of questionable origin. If you're not sure how it was caught, look for sustainable seafood labels. Advocate for stronger enforcement. Write to your local representatives, support policies that crack down on illegal wildlife trade, and encourage the development of gillnet alternatives. The vaquita might be the smallest porpoise in the world, but its situation is a huge wake-up call for marine conservation. Each day that passes by brings us closer to possibly losing them forever. But it also brings more awareness, more supporters, and more innovative solutions to protect them. So let's rally around this cause, stay informed, and continue to speak out. If you like this deep dive, give us a thumbs up, share this video to help spread the word, and subscribe to All Things Marine Life for more exciting and eye-opening ocean content. Together, we can still make waves that matter. I'm Caleb, signing off with a hopeful heart. Thanks for watching All Things Vaquita. Remember, we can all do our part to protect these gentle porpoises and keep our oceans thriving. See you next time on All Things Marine Life.